Hola, hello everyone. Today I would like to introduce you to the homemade bread. I would love to do homemade bread more often, but I don't know why. It's once in a while, and it's not that difficult, and then we really enjoy the result because it's a natural bread. It lasts quite a long time. And basically it's natural ingredients, and it doesn't take much time. You can start while you prepare breakfast, and then just cook it half morning, just put it in the oven. So basically let's do it. The first thing you need to know is that normal flour won't work. Is what they say. I never try with normal flour. So basically what you need is called like a strong flour or bread flour, and you have different options. So option number one is this already prepared mixture. You got the yeast, you got everything, easy peasy, and also interesting bits, you got all the instructions behind as well, so you can be lost. And for example, this one recommends you can try instead of water dark ale, which I think it's a nice touch. This is like the classical strong flour for bread. There's white, there's whole grain. You can do 50 and 50% each. So this is like the normal. The other thing is, if it's the first time, the best thing is just have a look if there's any like recipe in the back, and just follow the instructions, because they're like especially for the flour. And then it's been like a recent boom on like ancient grains, and of course this is happening as well with the bread. This is like the spelt flour. The last probably 3 breads we made have been spelt flour, like 100% spelt flour, and they've been very nice. And the other day I bought these like a month ago probably, rye flour, just to, you know, explore different flours. And basically what we're gonna do today to make it easy is to do like a basic loaf. Here we have 400 mils of water. They said it needs to be lukewarm water. I would say it needs to be quite hot. Basically we need like a chemical reaction with the yeast, so just to be sure it's gonna work, I just put just a little bit of honey. If you don't like honey, you can add some sugar and mix it up, and then I'll add 7 grams of quick yeast. Okay, I'll mix a little bit. Basically if the water is too cold, this won't work, and if it's too hot, it will kill the yeast. So basically just make sure it's hot water, not boiling. And some recipes you can like mix everything together, like this one I'm following now, but I prefer to do this step first to make sure we have the yeast ready. So as you can see, it's like doing some bubbles and expanding. So we wait probably like 5 minutes and we come back. We can see that it's being some like bubbles. The yeast has been expanding. So this is like for me like a safe step that this is gonna work. And then what I have here is like 600 grams of strong white flour, and then 1.5 teaspoons of salt. I'm not very fond of salt, but the bread needs salt, otherwise it's very bland. Once I forgot the salt, and and it was, yeah, not very nice. So basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna mix all of these, all the water with the yeast, with the flour. Okay, and we'll start. So first you need to start mixing with the spatula. Okay, and then we're gonna do the kneading. Just in case, if you have this machine, this is fantastic because you can do everything in this bowl, and then there's a hood that is gonna do the kneading for you. But because not everyone has the machine, I just wanted to do the traditional step, which is the manual kneading. And also, if you fancy, it's a nice way to release energy and have some fun. Okay, let's see how that goes. I'm gonna flour the surface. Basically, I use the same flour, and then I'm gonna put like the mixture. Just make sure it's a clean surface as well. So everything is gonna go in. Right. I think I'm gonna put a little bit more flour on the top. Okay. Right. And basically, we need to start kneading the dough. As I said, the machine can do it for you, but I think this is a nice, fun way, maybe, you know, to do some exercise as well, or you are worried about something, or just for fun. So basically, you need to start kneading, just moving, you know, the dough to the back. Oops, sorry, I think I should take this out. And at some point, it's not gonna be sticky anymore, so we just not need to keep going. Maybe it requires a little bit more flour, so it depends. You just need to give some practice. Okay, let's keep going. Right, so our dough is done. It's very nice. What I normally done is that I put the dough here to proof for like an hour, or it is double in size, and then I'll take the air out, and then I'll do like another little kneading, and then it goes back, you know, in a surface ready for the oven, and it needs to proof like another 30 minutes. Just in case, ensure you have some flour so it doesn't stick, and then is when we're gonna put the dough. Most important is we're gonna place this in something is warm. So this is ideally for winter, you know, because you have the heating on. So this is gonna go over a radiator for an hour. The radiator is a little overcrowded because we did some painting yesterday, but still warm. I'm gonna put the dough here, and I'm gonna set the timer for an hour. So I'm gonna preheat my oven. It's a hot oven, like it's 220, and then what I'm doing is I'm gonna preheat where the bread is gonna go, so it has some heat on the bottom, and then I have like an empty tray that I'm gonna explain later what this is for. Right, so this is the bread. I'm not sure how this is gonna go, but the idea, so normally I take the air out and then I'll let it proof like another half an hour, but I've seen this method. I'm gonna try to put just this upside down on the baking paper, which I did some flour, and then this is gonna go to the oven. So hopefully the shortcut works nicely for me as well. At the end it didn't work, I suppose because it's sticking all the sides. So what I decided is I take the air out, and then I did like another ball dough, and now I'm gonna leave this for like 30 minutes to do like a second improvement. Half an hour have been passed and it's being improved a little bit more. I'm gonna do some incisions on the bread. I'm not sure. There we go. Because it's gonna like increase in volume in the oven. Right, so basically let's put it in the oven. The bread is in the oven and the tray is very, very hot. So this, when I put some cold water, is gonna create a steam. So basically what I'm gonna do right now is make sure this goes inside, and then it's gonna be in the oven for about 35 minutes. We can see the bread is raising, which is good news. The other thing is, don't be tempted to open the oven door till the time has passed. Our bread is done. It looks quite cool, and there's this hollow sound. You need to make sure there's a hollow sound in the bottom as well. And now you need to like stop yourself trying to eat because it's very hot. It could hurt your stomach. So just, you know, wait 10-15 minutes, and then we open the bread. Oh, still hot. The inspiration for today's video, it came from this book. I missed to buy this book. I couldn't buy 2 years ago for Christmas, and luckily last Christmas it was already on the bookshop. And basically it's like the 100 top recipes from different regions in Spain, and it's so nice. Let's have a quick look together. This is like if you want to go farther with the bread, you can try traditional bread, and I think it's very nice. So there are different bread recipes, but also there are like teeny tiny. This is very typical as well when you go on tapas. So there's like tiny crusty bread, and then we have sweet bread. Well, this is with olive oil. Different regions. Look at that. That looks amazing. This is very typical from my region. When I went with my grandpa to buy bread, it was always there on the bakery. So nice. I always seen this with sardines instead of sausages, but that could be interesting one to try. And also I just wanted to show like from different regions. They put like you know, pork inside. I did try this you know, in some regions, Salamanca. So that like is very Spanish. And there's sweets. This is very typical from Catalonia, where I was born, and it's called like glass bread. Maybe we can give it a go someday, but that is very typical from my city where I grew up. But just looking, they look all amazing, to be honest. So yeah, that's the inspiration from today.